Yep.
Nick is not here. Randy?
Yep.
Hunter?
Here.
I need a motion to approve the meetings from last month. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Need a motion for approval of claims. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of monthly bank reconciliations, LCA transaction funds appropriations. You sign right in the book there now?
Yeah.
I'll
We
second
got
it.
the July.
All in
invoice.
favor?
Aye.
Alright, let's hand this around. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's right behind it. Oh, there we go. What's this in front? Sign it over here. It's all good. It's been motioned and approved. We can stop up to the office, it's not a problem. Oh. Just gotta do the sign. Where you want it. Josh. We'll now enter the budget hearing, in town of Ridgeville. So we are advertising a maximum levy, but we only get what we are entitled to receive by law in our budget. Our budget's budget 41, budget estimate 4, 2026, Ridgeville, 25. Total of the budget 4, our next budget is $583,657,000. Questions? Comments? Need a motion to move this document.
You don't need to vote on this tonight. No, it's just public comment, and then next meeting will be second reading, and then you vote to adopt it after the second reading.
All right. Any questions? All right, we'll move on.
It's quite large.
We got a lot to go through. Hold this up for you. Thought I had it around. Have to set it right back out there. We need to recycle this. We need to keep
I do.
Not fun.
You said you had all this also?
Yeah, just the second one, the first one, second one.
I think you already signed those.
Yeah. Here. Okay. Old business. Item number 1, brush removal, Matt Cunningham, ordinance passed for cleanup in 2023. Mr. Cunningham, sir.
Yes, sir.
On the docket. You're listed on here, did you want to speak?
I just need to know how you want to do it, so I know how to price it, to give you a quote. Are you gonna pile it somewhere, and I gotta get it cleaned up, or am I gonna have to drive around town and get it?
I would say no to the latter portion. I would say that, once I make a pile, it's gonna be everybody's pile.
The thing I'm looking at, and this would be up to Randy more than anybody,
Not up to me.
Suggestions would be nice.
Because I think we need people, say just once a month, if people bring their brush down there, we have a specific day they do that, make sure there's no damn furniture in it like it had been before.
Or refrigerators.
But just the brush, and if we do it once a month, there's people all over town's got brush in their yard now. So, but if we open it up like we had before, we'll have the same problem we had before. They're dumping anything
So-
and everything.
The biggest question is how do we
Control it.
control it? Is there anybody,
Do you wanna do it to where you set it up once a month, and I'm there to chip as they bring it in?
is that easier, just as easy for you?
It won't be any different, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to pull out a pile anymore. You pull
True.
it out, you pull it out of a truck, it's gonna be butts every which
Everywhere,
way.
right, right.
You gotta flip that all around.
So, in perfect world, what would you like to see? How would you like it? To be there when the day that it's open, they come, if they don't get there that day, then they have to wait till next time.
That's fine with me, I mean, we can work
And
it
then
out
you
that
can
way.
monitor what's going
Then I can
on. If
be
you have any
there.
issues, you can contact the council and we can step in.
That way I can, if there's trash, I ain't dealing with it, well, I can take it back.
Take a picture of them when they do it. Take a picture.
I mean, if that helps you guys out.
It helps us tremendously because they'll be asking for volunteers or one of us will have to sub in and be down there to make sure it's monitored properly so that it's pretty simple. Brush only, but
Yeah.
that's your,
And I was gonna say, if you guys had other things in town that needed done, I could do them too.
as,
Tree limbs, I mean, cutting them off of trees or kicking trees down or whatever you need.
can you leave us some information?
Well, what kind of information you need?
Well, we need to make it insurance.
Right here's my insurance paper.
Bring that forward if you would please, your insurance. I guess, would it be, at some point, once, if we got into this, we'd be able to kind of set up a pricing guideline? I mean, you wouldn't be held to it specifically, but we have an idea of what we're getting into before we call you, like, to take down a standard,
I
there's
try
no
to do-
standard tree.
I
but
try to
mean-
do everything by the hour, I guess on my hours is what I do.
Okay, it's fair.
And then a lot of times if I
But to,
underquote, I eat it.
Right, but to keep you from having to drive through and look at all these trees, if we package them up and say I guess you drive through, just give us an estimate, say, I think it's only about this many hours, and
Right.
I can trim back alleyways, trees, things of that nature,
Right.
and just take care of it. I like the idea.
I mean, I can do other things than just come to town to chip brush.
Sure, absolutely, no, and I'm interested in finding out what it is you're willing and able to do.
I mean, anything to do with tree, I can grind stumps, anything to do with trees, I can do.
Okay. Sounds good to
I
me.
mean, there's other things I can do, but I don't know what you need.
So, what would it cost us to have you down there if we just picked a Saturday does it come in, load it up and chip it from the time you say you're open to the time you say you're closed? When you close, cable goes across, it's done. You can get there in time. Or we're not gonna run anybody out either. I mean,
Right.
if you quote us X amount of time, you get 2 or 3 people waiting until somebody comes with some messed up stuff.
I mean, they can, as long as there's room for them to dump it off,
Sure.
they can pull it off, and I'll just keep on chipping.
Yeah, and then we'll of course adjust that with you.
Right.
You say, hey, I'll be here from this time, but you couldn't process at that time. We don't want it left behind either, so I mean, you just say, hey, document your time, your hours, and we'll compensate to get it done. But we really need somebody who's interested in coming and doing it.
I mean, I usually try to charge $2.50 an hour.
So if that's what you mean, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. But we gotta have a resolution to our situation. I'm about tired of hearing about problems. I want resolutions to situations. Because everybody's got problems. We need to get past that, so. No, I like the idea. We'll be back in contact with you. Appreciate that. And, do you want us just to reach out to you once we come upon a date?
If you can.
Or work with you on a date that you'd be available? Or you give us some days that you would be available and we can kind of pick from that? Or how you want to do
I'd
it?
rather do it on a Friday.
We could open it,
I mean, if I have to be there a little
like to
later
give-
in the evening,
I like to
can.
give people,
I know a lot of people
a
work
few
during the
days
week, but
to dump, I guess, while you're working at the plant, kind of monitor it. Leave
On
it.
Fridays, I won't have my
No. Like if we open on Wednesday, so people that have different hours of working can actually have the opportunity to get their stuff down there.
Okay.
So it'll be open during business hours of the day, so from 7 to 3.
Okay.
cable's off, come and dump it. You see them out there, take a look. Anybody working for the town or driving, take a look. If you see something inappropriate, please call somebody.
But I mean, if it works out better for a Saturday, I can do it.
Well-
I just have to work around it to make it work.
Well, what we can do is, we can close it Friday at 3. And then you come in after that, or come in Friday, whatever you want to. And if it takes you more time and you're gonna finish up on Saturday, so be it. Finish up on Saturday. But it won't be open for more. So you put on the sides of the brush pile, you know, I mean.
But if you're wanting me.
So what time on Friday would you want to start? Or could you
I
start?
usually leave the house every morning at 8 o'clock.
So
I
say
can be-
Friday.
I can be here in 15 minutes.
So say Friday, we open it on Thursday, give everybody Thursday and Friday to try to get their brush down there. We just have to monitor it Thursday, close it, and then Friday it's open from 8 a.m. until you finish. How's that sound?
Or if you got a cutoff point on time.
Well, what I don't want to do is pinch people.
Yeah,
Everyone's got
but
different
you gotta-
schedules.
But you
know
gotta
what I mean?
think, you guys are paying for this.
Yeah, but they're also our constituents, and it's
Okay.
our responsibility.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know, it's outside the private industry. I really don't want to shut the door on somebody who works second shift and got 3 kids but can't get down there to do something about it. You know, that's the only time they got. I don't want to cut them out where they can't be able to take advantage of it. I mean, we kind of got to offer it as best we can to everybody. My feeling is. So we'll take some risk on that end as far as like open it all day Thursday, all day Friday, and if you're there on Saturday and they bring it and you think you're able to get it done, I mean, I guess I know that's kind of a sticky situation too, because once they show up with it, they ain't gonna leave with it.
Right.
So I mean, I guess we'll just, you know what? Let's not try to troubleshoot every problem that can be possible. Let's just try it and test drive it and see how it works.
That's fine with me.
Thursday until you're done Saturday. When you leave, you lock the cable. Nothing's to be dumped after that. Let's test drive it.
Now which Thursday?
You guys
First,
figure that
second,
one
or
out.
third.
Do you
or
want
fourth.
this weekly, every 2 weeks, monthly?
Honestly, monthly's about it right now.
Let's test drive monthly, see where we're at.
Yeah, because after winter, you know how it is.
Right.
Everything falls in the winter
And
time,
if you get
so,
high winds and stuff.
yeah, so.
We can work. We can also work in if a storm comes through. We can contact you. You're available. We can open it again for a Thursday through Saturday. You know, I mean, if we realize that people are calling in and saying, "Hey, we've got a lot of down brush and not just meet up with
I
neighbors."
mean, if a storm comes through.
We don't have to have you chip it necessarily, as long as
Right, but if a storm comes through, you're probably gonna want me in there.
probably.
So.
I say there's too many variables. Let's test drive what we got.
Just
We sit here all night
get it
talking
rolling,
about
Get it rolling, and I mean, if you guys decide you don't want.
We'll fine tune it along the way.
Right.
So you guys come up with a Thursday. I'm good with all
You
of it.
available any Thursday or Saturday? Thursday, Friday?
Friday.
It's gotta be Friday.
Friday. Any Friday. I'll make it work.
It's Thursday, if you're gonna open it up and he's not gonna be there.
That's
These
what I just
guys
talked
ain't got
about.
time to watch that.
Well,
You're gonna have people that's gonna go against bringing big branches and not just brush.
do we have a regulation?
My chipper will take a 6-inch piece.
Most people ain't gonna pick up much bigger than that, I don't think, unless we're bringing chunks of wood down, already chunked up.
Put it down
This
there,
goes
Joe.
gas bill, or the water bill, I mean.
Again, let's just test drive it and see what we get. We'll fine tune it after the fact.
If you start getting big chunks down there, we'll work something out.
Yeah.
Load them up and haul them off. Sell them, use them, whatever you want.
Last water bill goes first. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll get together and.
Let me be the picker of the day nobody wants. I'm good with that.
No, I'm really material.
I'm just gonna take a day. People are gonna, ain't gonna work for everybody, but we'll start somewhere, so let's go with. So our water bills come out the 13th, right, April 15th? The first, payable the 15th. I don't want to pay them all. I don't like this. That's the first Monday of that week, so. We've got, here's the Thursdays available in October, 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. 30th is Halloween, not the 9th.
Not the night.
Let's do the 16th. 16th, it's open, it closes at 3 p.m. the 18th. You just gotta keep an eye, see something going wrong, make a
So
phone
you
call.
want me on the 8th?
Like you here on the 17th of Friday.
Okay.
You'll be here on the 17th,
No, we-
test drive this, see what we got, see where we go. And again, if we get way too much down there,
October 17th?
yes, sir.
But why are we staying up until 18th?
Yeah.
He's coming on the
Who's
17th.
staying after that hours?
What if he can't process it all?
If I can't get it all.
If he's
I'll be
open
back.
on the 18th, if he's
We're
down
gonna
there
open,
shipping,
nope, and you said we're gonna have to keep an eye on it, so we gotta
No,
set
just
it
the 18th.
the Thursday.
till 8 p.m.?
No, till
Oh.
3 p.m.
Okay. That's not what I said, was it?
No, 3 p.m.
I know.
8 a.m.
Oh.
8 a.m. to 3 p.m., which is the hours this guy works down at the plant, right? Okay.
Go watch it.
I know.
From 6:30 till 3:30, you're in charge of managing it Thursday.
But I'm gonna tell you,
Just
he
kidding.
can't sit there and watch
Can't
it.
watch
No,
it.
I know he can't, but
Okay.
there's not gonna be a steady line of people coming in. We can spitball every possible problem there's gonna be, but you know what? We got brush, we're gonna get rid of it. If it don't work, we'll shut the whole damn thing down. And never do it again.
And you'll have time to look out there.
Is everybody good with that?
Go
Take
look
advantage
out
of
there,
it,
yeah, you
it
will.
goes away.
Not to monitor it the whole time. You have
Either
time.
someone's down there dumping, or you come out and see a refrigerator, give us a call.
Call us.
Call Eric, call us, call somebody, say there's a refrigerator laying out here.
It's something
Okay.
to start.
Now we got a problem, it's no longer open on Thursdays,
You
it's
really
only
want to
open
get
while he's
nasty,
there.
make them go up to the
If you want,
clerk's
we can do
office
it
and
this
get
way on the
something
week
to
for
say that-
Saturday.
Yep.
I'll stick around till noon on Saturday.
Let's,
I don't want to make my
Let's-
guys work that.
no, I don't blame you.
There's not a camera down there.
I don't have enough solutions for all the problems that want to be offered up here.
That's all right.
So we can pick a
We
day,
drive
we can
around
do it, or we
enough.
cannot do it, we just won't do
We'll
it.
monitor it
So
for you.
October 17th.
Otherwise, I won't go for it.
What do you say?
Everybody has
Make him go to
It's
the
just it.
clerk's office, get a
I'll
ticket.
be, you need me. I just
Get it, yeah, I don't care if we implement that.
Why not have them, if they want to dump, why not have them go up and get a dump ticket
From the clerk's office.
from the clerk's
If
office?
you don't got a
and
ticket,
no
you can't
ticket,
dump.
no interest.
Why don't you put cameras down there?
We can't afford them right now.
We had
But
them,
you can afford to chase somebody that's pay these guys to monitor them.
no, they're doing their job and looking out the damn door once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
they got-
don't have a solution for everything. We can do it or we're not gonna do
I
it.
like the dump ticket idea.
Let's dump ticket it, we're gonna advertise that, that gives us time.
Yep.
The 18th, we don't have to open it Thursday. I burn my own brush, so I don't care how we do it, to be
I
honest.
mean, if you just want them to come down while I'm there. that's what we
I'm
can
fine
do.
with that too. We're gonna make a motion on this. Let's just revise the whole entire thing. You got a dump ticket from the clerk's office. It's open Friday morning from
8 to whenever.
8 till 3.
Okay, you want to go 8 to 3?
That gives you time to finish up, clean up, and get on out of there. You don't have a dump ticket, you cannot dump.
So you
If you dump, we're gonna, give me a fine to add to that.
You want me to select dump tickets?
Yes, they pull up,
They have to have a dump ticket.
and I need to match it.
Okay.
Is it just one a month?
Right now, we're gonna start with once a month and see how, we're gonna test drive it and see how it works. Because it's, I mean, I don't know what else we're gonna do. Let's start someplace, and we'll refine it later down the line.
You have to kind of,
Uh-uh.
I said, I can't remember what all he said.
Unless everybody wants to call IDEM, complain to them, that's what they
I'll,
heard them.
I'll make my motion. My motion is, and we'll advertise it, however it's gotta be done. In order to dump during the open hours of Ridgeville's new dump, gonna be an ordinance at some point, new dump policy, you have to have a ticket from the clerk's office. With said ticket, you can dump during the hours that are open, which is now Friday, the first one, the 18th, from 8,
17.
17th,
8 a.m.
It's my birthday. From what time?
You said 3. 8 to 3.
Beginning, 8 to 3. You good with that?
I'm good with that.
And we're gonna test drive it. We will refine the process with all of the complaints that come in with it that people may need to dump, but we gotta start someplace. So, that's my motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Watch it done. Cheeseman property. I don't know where we're at with that, just to be honest.
You're good, yeah, you good.
Yeah, we'll see you, Matt. Thank you.
You need my phone number.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Just give all your information to her and she'll.
I'm gonna write it there so you're not putting your number out there. Just turn around.
Could be good or
Yeah,
bad.
really, so you gotta make sure.
So y'all are going out for iron.
So what we on the Cheeseman property?
Haven't heard from him.
Nothing back yet.
What is my next step? What is the town's next step?
Send another certified letter. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can.
Do you have that card?
Wait a minute, me and Eric had talked about this today.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's go ahead and we take it and get somebody to
Kinda
cut it
like
out.
picking up where we left off.
Just get it finished up
Finish
the
the
way you want it.
and put a lien on it.
So I guess my question is when you call someone, just throwing this out there, to put their bids in, you're gonna have them bid what, busting up the sidewalk, cleaning everything off?
Busting the
and-
sidewalk out, haul
Are
it
you
off.
replacing
and
with
level it off
stone
with
or are you
gravel.
replacing with dirt? Cause if you put stone on that dirt now, it's just,
Yeah, right.
you're gonna lose it. Plus they're gonna try to park there. That'd be interesting.
Especially there.
That'd be kinda fun. Set the
That's the
camera.
only other option that we've talked about trying to do.
Let's go forward with it.
I like it. Thomas?
Hey,
Are we,
I'm good with
we're
that.
legal to do,
Yeah.
okay.
You had your hearing with him and.
He's not fulfilled his
And
end
he's
of it
not,
whatsoever.
I mean, we agreed to hold it, to give them time.
Yeah.
The order was for them to tear it down, clean it up, put it back. And
So legally what happens, we do this, we invest in it, we put a lien on the property, he comes back, decides that now it's happened and he wants it. Where does that leave Ridgeville?
Well, eventually, it's gonna have to be paid if he ever sells it. That's your remedy, it's just like your sewer liens or anything else. It's gonna stay as a lien. And
So he pays off everything that we have?
well, yeah, he could pay to have it released, I suppose. If he paid the
No,
town.
how long will pay back for our investment anyway?
I mean, whenever it's transferred, so that might be years down the road, but
So
eventually.
what do I do when the county comes in, cause we'll dump probably, I'd say probably about $5,000 in there.
That's what I'm guessing, just.
Somewhere 3 to 5 in that neighborhood to get it where we want it.
Yeah.
Then the county releases my lien again, which I've never been contacted on. How can they legally release a documented,
I'm waiting on an answer from Meek Stopper on that. He's was gonna look into it.
I called the commissioners, none of them called me back. I talked to 2 of them. That's a recorded legal document.
Yeah. I don't know, I'll look into, I'll keep trying to find an answer.
I appreciate that. So we're gonna move forward with the Cheeseman property. I don't need anything with that. We're just gonna continue our last situation.
Keep on keeping on.
So do you,
Alright.
you wanting to just advertise that, or how you wanting to go about obtaining bids?
More than likely just to advertise, unless.
Get bids.
I mean, is that what we have to do? Okay.
Yeah. But we don't have to continue to bid. Once we receive whatever we receive within a time limit, we can advertise it. That's all we've got. We just go on, move forward with it.
Just advertise
Under
for it,
the
whatever
law.
you get.
Right, so I mean, we get one bid in the timeline, and we can move forward with that. If we don't like it, we just bid again.
Right.
Okay. Top Hat B&B Bar and Grill.
Well, I have some information to share.
Good.
It's a little bit. So I did some more digging on this. Apparently my office was involved in what was a sale.
Oh.
I don't always read everything. I mean, I do, don't get me wrong, but I don't always pay attention to the names. I've got a title company in my office and a paralegal, so, for some reason when I was sitting here last month, Carol Burkholder name, it's like,
Kind of resonated.
sounds familiar, like I kind of, when we brought up that Goodhue was involved, I thought, man, that sounds familiar. So I did some more checking, and so there was a sale back in July-ish. The reason there was never a deed recorded is because John Goodhue never came back to my office to sign the disclosure form that he was required to sign so we could record the deed. But according to Gerald Burkholder, the money had changed hands, the deed had been signed, but money had changed hands back in July-ish, I want to say, June, July. And the deed has just been sitting on my front desk, waiting to be recorded for Mr. Goodhue to come in and sign the form. And apparently that happened about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. He came in and finally did. They kept, it's one of those deals where they keep calling the phone.
Yep.
So I would feel better if we kind of
Back off.
hit reset now and sent, kind of went back through. I hate to do it again, and I'm sorry
That's all right.
that you went
It's
to
life.
all that,
It's business. I get
but
you.
I just didn't.
Part of it.
Just didn't register with me. But now we know that we're going, because I know last month what we talked about was send them both something because we weren't sure where that was in the process. Well, now I've one mystery solved, but I think we better
Reset
reset
opportunity.
and give it to get you and give it to it in the proper way. So I'm happy to take care of that. I still have all of that stuff that you'd sent me, Eric.
Oh,
If you
okay.
want me to just resend
Well,
that?
I guess my question to the council then is where are we at on it? Or is there, he put that metal up and everything. How do you guys want to proceed from there?
It's
The weeds
still-
are this tall and
It's still a
it's,
safety hazard.
It's not filled in,
Yep.
so there's
So-
water standing underneath there, which is
It's-
mosquito, haven, and everything else.
I would recommend that we hit reset, we provide them the information of what we expect, give them the opportunity, same as before that was ignored because, well, and see where it goes from there.
Okay.
But I don't feel that as far as Ridgeville stands, that what's been done is adequate as a finish to the
I
situation.
mean, I agree. I'm just.
Yeah, so no, I don't feel that we stopped pursuing it is due to the situation. We start the process over and come with the requirements
I'll
are,
take care
what
of
we
it.
want done and how we expect it to be. If that's the way he intends to leave it, then we'll proceed from there.
All right.
I'll take care of it so that
Okay.
you guys can have something to hopefully getting me here by the next meeting. Well, I can't promise it'll be here.
I highly doubt that, but at least we can follow the formal route or the legal route to remedy the situation.
Okay.
Council good? Yes. Grant contingency, Lori Young, Gleason, Vanderbrink.
Not here yet.
Nope, not present. All right, we'll table that until she arrives. Got some questions myself. Ferris? Bueller? Bueller? All right.
You're showing your age there now.
Nice. Clerk's office back room parking lot water issue. We've gotten nowhere with that. What a failure on my part.
Well, we've got, Josh Morris came to do the bid, but I haven't got anything.
So we need to follow up with him. Council good, we're gonna wait on that. I guess we'll just table that situation. Oh, let's table, we'll table it and carry it over and see if we can't get an answer from Josh when he wants to do how he's gonna handle it. So, any questions about that? Got a terrible water problem at the clerk's office. It all runs down the building. If someone probably divert it and sell the requirements there. And we'll move forward once we get a bid on it. Next item is digital sign. It is finally on.
Hard to read.
I'm not even gonna touch that. Drive up to it and look at it.
Drive up to it.
That's what I did, and I could see it just fine.
Yep.
Yep, I drove up to it and looked at it. I could see it just fine. I like it.
It is what it is.
Yep.
It's
They're
on-
still tweaking it, so
yeah, there's things to be done.
Yeah.
they won't call back Tony they sent a
They trained me back in April before the sign was ever even up in 15 minutes, and I'm like, this is gonna do me no good. So, yeah, and when I got back on the website, there's all new updates and stuff, and it's like, none of this is even the same. So, we've got calls in, haven't got anything back yet, so we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, 'cause I used to put them up, you can beat the background where it doesn't look
So you don't have all
Yeah.
the shade from the sun, all I mean, causing them to Did I hear you say that you can tweak that?
I said I used to put them up.
That's what I thought I heard.
You can do that from the, there.
That's fine.
There's a
We'll
table.
get back to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come on in, have a seat. 417 Pierce Street, pond update.
So,
I saw one.
the area planning called me today. And she said that they went a couple weeks ago and took their pictures, sent it to their attorney. They want it filled in because it's not safe. There's nothing about it that's safe. And nobody has gotten back with them. It's responded to their certified letter. So that's where we're at. But they are waiting to hear. She's called her attorney or whatever they're calling their attorney. That's where we're at.
I think Jason is still.
Jason,
Yeah.
He used to be. I don't
Jason
know.
Bill Welch is the attorney
Yeah.
on that.
So I just saw him today. He's going on vacation next week, so probably not happen next week. So
I won't
he's
call him.
he's not gonna be back till the 25th. He said. So
Where's he going, Europe?
I don't know. I didn't get that out of him.
You're all right, I did watch him go in the swim.
Yeah, he's the attorney.
surprised they
I've
don't allow
spoken with him once about it, so. All right, this is, I mean, you've got all the information we've got on it. It's not, according to the area planning commission, is not a legal pond. Cannot be there. Oh. Ordinance 2025-6, extending public park. Wes has prepared for us.
That was just what Jeff had spoken about, I think, a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago, about the property across the road here, just kind of extending the park into that and making it all park, and so it would be subject to the rules of the park, right? Just like you know, so anyway.
Hour before, hour after.
Right,
all
and
that stuff.
mostly I think in an attempt to better control what goes on there as far as parking and that sort of thing. So now it is now part of your park, so
Good.
All right.
make a soccer field.
Dog walking park. So by law, I have to read the ordinance before we can approve it, correct, or
You
okay?
don't have to read it, just need to publish it after you pass it.
Ordinance number 2025-6 to extend the park. Do I have to motion that into?
Need a motion?
Need a motion to accept this new ordinance.
All motion.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye. Like that.
You can just post it somewhere, tell me at the clerk's office, that's good enough for public, because it doesn't have a fine or anything with it, so it doesn't need to be in the newspaper.
Put it on like our website.
Put it on a website,
Yeah.
hang it on the board.
Stick it on a sign. All right. Next ordinance up for bid. An ordinance amending Article 4 administrative fees and charges to be ordained. Now this one,
Those are what, I think Tony brought this, I don't know if we talked about it at the last meeting, but
We did.
she gave it, had some stuff written down as far as, the biggest one was the return of funds, you know,
checks
Bank
people
card.
challenging credit
insufficient
card
checks
payments.
and challenging credit card payments. I think the old fee was what, $15 or something?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
so now that goes up to $50. And we've clarified that the old ordinance, the old version ordinance just said return checks. Well, nowadays, we're all taking the credit cards, and what has been happening, I guess, is people get on and dispute them as fraud, and it takes a lot of work for Tony and to get that sorted out with the credit card company. They have to send them, and they do eventually, as I understand, put it back on, right? But
But if they dispute it a second time, the same, which we just ran into, then we have to go after the resident for the payment. It's a nightmare. It is a headache. So,
Eric? You have to run these people.
So if they do it a second time, we need it wrote up that we'll no longer accept credit card payments or check payments from them.
that could be part of it.
Cashier's check or bank check only.
Okay.
No cash. You wanna play that game, work for it. Bring us a cashier's check or a bank check.
All right.
Just accept this and then amend it. So I'll make a motion to accept ordinance number 2025-5. All in favor?
Aye.
So we're doing it to keep it on, and they know it's gonna take us a few weeks to chase them down, and then just do it again, and
Play the
it's...
system.
Now, can we also just pull their meter? Can you dispute a second time? Or not, does that get too
Yeah,
too
you're
aggressive?
gonna have to, yeah, because you'd have to go through the whole disconnect. I think legally, you know, you gotta give them, tag the door or whatever you use, tag your
Okay,
window
let's keep it how it is, and we'll no longer accept those types of payments. We'll
Just for that
mail
person,
them
yes.
certified letter that we'll no longer accept that type of payment, and if they do not pay, then we'll disconnect.
Now, something that Randy and I talked about, so if somebody gets, they're disconnected, he said, was it Red Key, they pull the trash cans, they pull the people's trash barrels, like, they're still having their trash cans out that,
That's part of that, isn't it? The water, trash, and sewers all in one.
yeah.
So we can legally just take the cans.
Do we have to have it in the,
Well,
Yeah, probably. Has to be in the ordinance, right?
it's already in there.
I don't think
Oh,
it
it
is,
is.
because I
The
mean, it's
ordinance
a
is
service.
part of it.
Yeah,
It's part of the
it's
service
a service
itself.
you're providing, so I would say just pull the
Just-
cans.
Sometimes it gets hard if they're full of trash or half full of trash, so,
Yeah.
you know, we usually waited until they dump them that day or whatever,
And
go
take
back
them.
and get them if I can, and then you gotta store, I mean,
Yeah.
Take
then
another
they
from-
start stealing the neighbors and. Yeah.
I say we do it.
People figure
I
out
like it.
something.
I do too.
yeah.
Okay, that's up to you guys, I mean,
Yeah,
that's just
I-
something, we had somebody off for a year
I
and
agree.
they just got trash service.
I said director from the board, you gonna play,
Put them inside the gate.
Yep.
stick them down.
Stick them over together, run a cable and a lock on them.
Yep. I say we do it too.
It's a unanimous decision by the board, no vote needed.
You got Kevin, he'll help you.
Huh?
You got Kevin, he'll help you.
Yeah.
This is what we talked about earlier, but we hadn't discussed the total, and then we decided to 200 for both renters and,
Yeah.
so I don't know if we'll have to just change that too.
I kinda like
This is
what,
already amending,
I kinda like
There's no
what
dollar
Randy
amount
said.
that's for us to fill in.
right, that's what you and I discussed. You said
Yeah,
it's
so that
200
it's
for
just
both
not something
renters
we can
and
write it
renters.
in and he can just record it.
It's right behind
Yeah.
it.
I like what
Sorry,
Randy
so
said
So
about
we
it.
discussed this deal with the meter deposits and how we're way under, and these are blank, so.
Well, yeah, fill them in. I mean,
Yeah, but
I-
that's
I-
fine, you just record it that way, because what we
Yeah, that's
decided today was basically it was gonna be, water bill times two, or service charge times two.
Whatever you
So
decide,
we're
I
just gonna
just-
make it $200 because everything's getting ready to go increase anyway, so
That's
we're just
fine.
gonna make it 200, you record it that way, and we're good.
Just write it in there, yeah, I couldn't remember
No, it's
if
all
I
good.
didn't write
So-
it down, or we didn't say, or.
Yeah, we didn't
Okay.
say, but, so you're saying 200 for renters and 200 for homeowners, it doesn't matter either way.
It's water to the property.
Okay.
I mean, I still have my issue is, so I was talking to Tony about it today, and why cannot we require the property owner to co-sign for,
I think you can, okay, I think you're gonna get
because the
some
lien's
pushback.
gonna go on that property
You
anyway.
can't, so the legislature changed the law about 4 years ago. And, you know, because landlords threw a fit in the state legislature, they were tired of getting hit with the late fees and the reconnect charges and the back water bills of their tenants. And so the legislature changed the law and said that unless the rental agreement between the landlord and the tenant requires the landlord to pay the water, and some might include water in their rent, then the town utility providers cannot assess or require a landlord to pay those back charges. Now, what the statute does say, and this is how I've gotten around this in other towns, is you can also, but it doesn't prohibit the town from requiring other means of securing payment or something like that. It's kind of a vague statement. So I've taken the position that, well, why don't you make both landlord and tenant come to the water office and they both sign it? So the account's in both of their names, right? Now
Right.
it's no longer just in the tenant's name.
Or just the landlord.
It's in, or just the landlord, it's in both of their names. And it's between the two of them. That kind of puts you back where you were before, because the position is, well, you know, landlords were complaining because they're just like, well, look, we
No
evicted them,
recourse.
there's no recourse against them, they're not collectible, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, do a better job picking your renters, I guess. I don't know.
But
But
a co-signed contract, they have a legal course.
they have, well, they do, and the town does too, against the landlord, to say, you've got to, and I've had the landlords complain, they did in Dunkirk, because, you know, you got these, especially if they're out of town, right?
Mhm.
They got to come into the water office and sign the paperwork. to get in.
One of the things I run into is actually just the opposite, but I agree with doing it that method, because like when I'm trying to chase down my ordinances, I'm trying to write a warning letter to whoever's renting there, and I don't know who lives in this particular house, right? So I go to GIS to look to see who owns this thing. Well, they own it, but they're renting it out. I don't know who to go after.
From a town
But if I
standpoint,
had that as a matter of a record, that would be
the only thing I can file a lien on is the property itself.
Yeah, for the sewer portion. And so I would just say that that's one way to address this situation. If you have a landlord-tenant situation and a bill, that's not getting paid by the tenant runs out, right now there's, you cannot, without some sort of other arrangement with the landlord, the town cannot pursue the property owner for that past due water bill.
But this deposit here will cover us.
You can,
$200, if they're using the minimal rate, basically,
Yeah.
or even a little more, that's just the way it's gonna be.
So, yeah, that's one way of doing it. Like I said, the other way is coming in and saying, if you've got a rental property, landlord and tenant both have to be on the account.
I would like that for the way it to be. We'll go ahead and adopt this ordinance with the cost of the deposit, and then we can correct the ordinance on how it's written and what it is. And I guess if they can't come upon agreement to both come in and sign it, then this won't be water.
That's the
It's just
that's
the way
the
it's gonna
position
have
I've
to be.
taken on it, is let them.
It's not that we're trying to be mean, but the state is really coming down. And if we don't make these changes and corrections, we don't have to worry about us talking about it, you talking to American Water. We'll get things fixed and set in the right direction. So it's not because we don't like people, it's just because we gotta bring our standards up to what everybody else is. So I make a motion, we accept ordinance 2025-4, also down code. All in favor? Aye.
But if they owe the water bill,
Well, this
they're
deposit's
cheating
gonna help.
everybody out of it when
That's
they
exactly
don't pay.
right, because your rates end up going up because they didn't cover and
Yes.
everything else, so. By doing this, raising this right here, at least we recover the majority of whatever they walked out on.
Okay,
So,
that's good.
unfortunately, that's just the way it's gotta be, and if it's a hardship for people, they can come address the board, we can see what we can do. But that'll be a case by case again, we're not gonna start making rules and laws for the what ifs in life, so. Alright. Okay, let's divert back to, Ms. Lori, police and Vanderbrink. Our grant contingency and us closing this whole entire thing out.
So, kind of what I sent earlier tonight and kind of. All right, so the wastewater project. Kind of updates on things. I think Judy's construction is complete. We kind of dragged out a few more change orders over time, and so I've got two things tonight. One, I've got change order 5, which would be the final change order, so I can maybe go through that one first. That includes the diverter plate that was approved several months ago. And then more recently, there was some additional electrical to add some additional alarming and signals to the mission communications units, add an extra alarm at the wet weather treatment tank, a float, and then there was some kind of T&M work. There was a concern about the electrical to the blower and the pump station that pumps back from the wet weather tank to the main lift station. So I think it was about 3 weeks ago, Judy was back out on site to finish up those things. Also, along with that, kind of ongoing discussions with Covalent with respect to the lift station. So we met early in spring, talked about lift station issues. The diverter plate was installed in June. There were still some concerns after that. Well was back out in July. and we're still kind of been consistent that since that's been done, there haven't been any more issues with pumps. So thankfully, that is positive. So the lift station since July 21st-ish hasn't had any more issues. Of course, still continuing to watch it. Covalent came out, I think it was the 23rd of August. We met on site and talked about, you know, if there's any other issues, what they might be, different ways to address it. But anyway, that's kind of where that is. So to close out the contract with Judy, we need their final pay applications. We need this final change order. I just got their time and materials amount right before I left today, so I got that added in here. So this final change order number 5 would be for a total add of $13,600. It was $6,500 for that diverter plate fabrication installation, and then they had, from the work that was performed on August 22nd or 23rd, it was D.L. Anderson, the electrician, and what Judy did, and I think the determination was that the pumps were plugged up at the lift station. That was causing things to trip out. Anyway, that was no electrical improvements in the UVA, is the short story there. And then there's some additional signals that can be added to the mission unit for the remote monitoring that provides some additional 24-hour monitoring so that they can be monitored remotely from a phone and just provides more information. That's the one thing that has not been done. The cost is $1,200. It is included in here. So unless you want that deleted, everything else in here is done and can be approved.
So that's just outstanding. We're waiting for who's to come back to this one?
It's
D.L.
D.L. Anderson. There's a specific guy, Dave Besh, does all the mission
He'll come back.
control stuff.
They're just waiting on a part.
And he was here.
Yeah, Dave will come back and put it in.
Is that the guy we talked about today?
No, this is B.L. Anderson with, does all the mission stuff, SCADA.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll come back soon as it comes in, put it in.
He was there on the
Yeah.
22nd, 23rd, and at that meeting talked about what they wanted
Is this to expand our SCADA?
It's to give us some more information about when pumps are running, things like that.
So just
Flow,
so know,
instead of flow every 15 minutes, we'll be able to watch it happening, so.
have 24 hours.
Yeah,
total
24-hour
from
period.
SCADA instead of just at the lab. Just kind of some additional features that they could add with.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the wires were already.
The wires were
in place.
already ran there, so it's just plugging this relay in and connecting wires,
More
so.
inputs for that
Yeah.
mission. Yeah.
I guess my biggest concern that I've had since the day I stepped back into this is the electrical situation, which we all know now that we were stuck with what we got.
Service.
Yeah. How is that not detected to begin with? How is that not scoped? How is that not checked? How is that not, how do we get to this point where the plant that's not completely functional because we have clean enough power to come into it? Who dropped that ball? How does that get to the point of construction without ever being known until 2.5 years later? Is my biggest question. I've battled this since day one. I now know, and in with the electrical company, they're not going to, at this point, do anything with it. Why? Why was something put here that could not operate properly from day one? How does that come to fruition? Please.
Well, the electrical was what was here, what we knew of, and what we had experienced in talking with, the operations team before. We weren't aware that the electrical was the problem it was, and
How does that component of such a high-tech operation missed?
well, I don't have all the answers for you, Tom, right now. The electrical guy that was working with us, I can try and, get more answers, but, there's variable frequency drives on the new blowers. we replaced a lot of equipment. We didn't increase a lot of horsepowers and things like that.
So if I was to ask you a question on the private side, if you're an engineer that's in a private firm and not under government money, what would happen if that was the case? If it was missed by that big, that something was provided and built that was non-operational to its potential on an energy saving platform.
What's not operational?
I have to pay
The
overtime.
blowers
They
shut off,
still
won't
trip
come
and
back
they won't
on.
reset, they can't be done.
We have to
because
come back
cleaning
and
up
reset them.
Frequencies aren't right. So,
Well, I guess my understanding, the blowers have worked and the blowers work. If it's a matter of settings, and I can certainly talk to the blower guy, Steve Gott's
They've been here.
I've talked to him.
The blower guy's been, they were just here 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks probably, I don't have dates, their plant, but he was here from S&K, and he did everything he could, and he said it's your power coming in, it's, the dirty power, whatever you guys wanna call
I
it.
guess
Open, Hunter knows what he told him.
Open white.
I'm not
Open
trying
wide,
I'm
make
not trying to
one.
point a finger at you. I'm not assessing any blame to it. I'm just asking the question, why and how that it got this far down the road. And here we are now dealing with it. That's my concern. You know what I mean? So now unfortunately the way things work is we're taking this over. Now it's our problem. It's my problem. Yeah, there's no way for me to fix this problem. And to me, that is, things shouldn't have got to this point. And so, I guess, maybe I'm just asking a question of you that you can't answer anyways. It's not, I'm not trying to, I don't understand. It's taken me 2 years to get not an answer on the situation. And all along, the situation was from the people who were very, very deep and technical into it, it couldn't have worked anyway. It never could have.
And who said that?
Just in general, I'm not going to name out the companies, the people said this power is so, you should, I'm not going to use the word bastard three-phase, what's the other name for it?
They call it dirty.
Dirt.
Dirty power, bastard three-phase, however you want to name it. The power is so unclean, our equipment is so sensitive, the two cannot work together properly. That's a big project, how many million dollars are we looking at here?
So, I guess if you look at what your alternatives are, you have the power source that you've got there. The power companies basically said they're not willing to bring another cleaner power to the site.
Yeah, you'd have to put a substation in.
And so you're at the site, so, the differences may have been a less sophisticated, you could have blowers that are just on and off, that you have no control, lower horsepower. That's a bigger discussion than just a meeting.
Sure, I understand that. I was just wondering if maybe you had an answer for me as to how it gets that far down the road.
Sort of,
Did you understand my frustration with this?
I do, yes, I appreciate that.
So we'll just, we'll let it be at that.
But I haven't walked away.
No, I'm not saying that.
And, I've tried, and I have not
Yeah,
been
you've
told
worked with us all the
by
way through it. It just,
blower folks that it wouldn't work.
unfortunately, if it ever happens again, us three won't be sitting here to monitor it and see it. It behooves me how we get from here to there with something that's been such a problem. You have any idea the overtime that we're paying on keeping these guys in and out and running back and forth and the cost of the town of Ridgeville for something that I think if enough time was put in beforehand wouldn't have happened. There's got to be a way for that not to happen, because in the private industry side, you couldn't survive doing. You wouldn't have change orders returning if there's a budget that other than this kind of thing, you know what I mean? So I guess I shouldn't be mixing the cost and the two. I just wanted to know how we got to
Let me
here.
throw something else in it too, like if you're getting ready to build a cow barn, a big cow barn or a big turkey barn and stuff, you have to do a study on how much power you're going to bring into that and where you're going to get that power from. My question is, was there a study done, and you might not have the answer, and I'm kind of following Tom's lead, was there a study done that the power of that source that we have here is going to be able to supply what we need? Adequate what we need. And you think there
You
was?
think from what was available to you at the
What
time?
was available at the time, and this is a replacement project, okay? This wasn't building a new expansion,
right.
and we did not add any big motors. We added a couple samplers, which are not.
But Lori doesn't make any less effect in the town of Ridgeville for the $3 million we spent. You know what I'm saying, overall. I'm not trying to be down on you. You've been very helpful. You've stuck with this. You've been through it. I just think at some level, when these people ask me, what do I tell them?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that an answer to give from a council to your constituent? I don't know. Well, unfortunately, we weren't here to know to begin with, so.
Yeah.
But I appreciate what
Well,
you've
I
done.
mean, the electrical loads were certainly all looked at in the design. Like I said, we did not add larger blower motors to this. We replaced equipment in kind with newer, better
More
technology.
technological advance.
With
Well, very
VFDs
sensitive
to
equipment.
And not
help
very
you
sensitive, like Tom
make-
says, and it won't
to
handle
help
it.
make the adjustments.
That's the
And
way it
the
was explained.
VFDs have protections built
Yes.
in. What they do is they shut down when
So
those
they don't
things
blow
don't
something.
happen.
Yeah.
And our
And then
power's
they check
so
themselves,
random.
and if it's still not secure or safe for it to kick on, they will not.
Our
And that's when we have to come back.
power's so unclean and so random, it trips them out completely and
Yeah.
they can't come back on.
Yeah.
So I have to have an operator come back over on a weekend and pay comp time at time and a half for these guys to come back to start something up that we would hope would start itself like designed. It can't be designed because at the very beginning point of all this is the power source coming in that powers the whole entire deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It took me a year and a half to get a generator to run right, to kick on. A year and a half. True.
Okay.
No, I don't. I apologize. This isn't what this meeting's for. I was just wanting, you know, if you had some idea, if someone's relayed things to you as to what or why, because that's the biggest question I get when I'm in Walmart standing in line trying to buy my groceries, is what everyone's paying for and why and how this is happening. And I don't have an answer for it. Why don't it work? Because it can't. That's the only answer I have. I mean, why doesn't it reset? Why do we gotta pay them to come back? Because we have to. You know, that's just, and I know this is not your field, this is not your thing. You're just a representative here who gets to take the beating, which I apologize. It's not what we're here for. So please, forgive me, I didn't mean to come off like that. It's just,
Well, and I just want to say, we haven't walked away. I don't think you have a system that doesn't work. I think we've got, yes, there are certainly issues with your incoming power that are causing challenges to it. Overall, the plant is working well. I think the effluent's good. I think there were a lot of great improvements. This was not money thrown away. And you were fortunate to get over half in grant funds. So I
No, I
know
don't
nobody
dispute
likes
that.
change orders. And a lot of these things are additional, you know, some of them are benefits that were added. So we've been working through this process, and there's still some additional funds.
yeah,
that
you've worked
We've got to,
quite a bit with this on the contingency money too, and we appreciate that, to be able to get things done, which is more work for you, more time for you, and I get that, and we benefited from that. So today, with what you're presenting to us, we don't have to agree or just sign it. But
Probably not pass a motion, just to accept the change
we'll
orders.
accept the change orders, and then we're able to close, once you get Judy's information. in.
yeah, so the process would be, this is the final change order from Judy, and then we need to get the pay applications approved, which they have not submitted to me yet, but I know based on the contract amounts, what's been paid and so forth. I just went ahead and basically set this up as 3 pro forma pay applications of exactly what I expect it to be. So my request is that if the council could approve those, then hopefully we're gonna get them from Judy and we can say,
Yes.
here's follow-up paperwork, but you've already
Change order number
knowingly-
5, correct?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
additionally, these other.
You guys had a chance to
applications.
review this?
Yep.
We need to get this behind us, is what we need to do, so I make them.
What I don't understand is that the electric was, 2.5 years ago, they told us it was dirty. When me and you was standing there, and they called it bastards or whatever, that they couldn't do it. It don't make sense that if you're doing this, what if it had been to a hospital and they done all this stuff and then they got,
Well,
That's what I was just wondering, why they knew that, why they didn't readjust this.
It's not adjustable.
it's the power, the power companies are willing to upgrade
Right.
this. It's
Yeah,
their-
guys who's there working on
financially,
it,
it's
tried
not
all,
gonna
everything he can do
I
internally.
think they should be
He
made
said he just did
to
left
do
another
something.
town and the same thing.
Actually,
It's
once
just a
they
cheap
guys
way
can't
AEP
show up and
can run electricity,
things
to it,
go
which has been there forever.
dumping in the
And then
river,
AEP doesn't
all
have
that.
to put in a little
They
substation
put
up
monitors
there.
in.
No, they gotta run a
They
whole
said
nother
whole
line
other
from
They're
a
not.
But they're not
station.
Where's the,
And it's gonna be too much.
where's
for
the
them.
dirty water coming
Yeah,
from?
oh yeah, I gotta make this motion.
Under the
Everybody,
tail?
I
Yes,
gotta clear this
sorry.
motion so we can move forward. Make a motion, we accept change order number 5 for the sewage plant, including the addition to when Judy's file comes in for future. So do I have a motion? I have a motion, do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. So the town, I don't know about the factory over here. If they have clean power, they probably don't need it with their machines that they're using, and even the quarry, the crushers, it won't affect them. It's the sensitivity of the newer equipment that's out there that's causing this issue. And there's nothing we can add to the building either, from what I was told. I was told by 2 different, I actually researched another and they said, you're stuck with what you got. You have to learn to deal with it, so that's where we're at, so.
Yeah, but then you need to approve this.
I mean,
Are these both
by far not
separate?
trying to,
So this has the pay application and the change orders?
No, the pay application is a separate one here, and I can talk to you about that one.
okay. You want to move forward with that, Lord? So that we signed off on.
Yeah, but you'll need to vote on the pay application.
Yeah.
We'll.
So what's maybe the the last page here I've added sort of gives you a breakdown of what's been paid. And so these last 3 lines are 5, 6, and 7. So currently, with the contract through change order 4 that was previously approved, there was $67,400 worth of work to be paid for, and the town has been holding $150,000 in retainage on Judy's contract. So what I recommend, contingent upon getting the final pay applications from Judy, is that pay app 5 would be for the $67,400. And then we typically do the release of retaining just a separate pay application. So that would be tentative proposed pay application 6. And that would be for the $150,000. And then
We intend to move on voting for that to happen presently. That way, we don't have to come back and re-sign. We can move.
right, we
And
can.
then you can call the state and call the dollars off, right?
Yeah, we can get those, I can sign it, send it to you, and then it's already authorized to sign, and then we can
Let's
go ahead
move
and
with
turn
that
it in.
route.
Yeah.
So,
And
I
then-
mean,
yeah.
do you need further
The last
discussion?
one I was just gonna mention was that pay app 7 just covered the change order 5 that you approved, so.
Yeah, that's number 5, right?
And these are all SRF funds, all your Okra funds were drawn down a long time ago.
Right. Okay. So this doesn't affect us, in other words, it's getting proper signatures and things closed out and things done.
Yes, this is,
Right.
yeah.
So I'll make a motion, we accept, what do I want to call this, pay app 5 and 6, total reimbursement. What do you call this officially, or just an
Pay
extension of?
approval of pay applications 5, 6, and 7.
I'll make a motion, we accept approval of pay applications 5, 6, and 7. Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. Nothing to say. I already did that. Yeah, that's the next one.
That one signed.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
great. So this will get things closed out with Okra. Then what's remaining is you do have some SRF contingency funds left. So this kind of lets us hopefully do the math and figure out exactly what's left after they get paid this. I know there was some funds towards the Starburst that the town could get, consulting that town could get reimbursed for. And then if you had any other invoices that you think might be reimbursable, I think the goal was to reimburse for as much as possible.
Yes.
And then if you had any dollars left, if you wanted to, I know pump replacement, there's kind of a list of lab equipment, or a list of various
Things that
different
we can use
things
upgraded.
that could be beneficial. So once this is done, Okra's done, that issue goes away. You've got
Does
a
that
little bit
clear
of
us
this
then for future,
yeah.
get us
any
out of
other
off that
applications.
radar?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, with SRF, ideally, we close that out in the next couple of months too, but now hopefully we'll be able to give you a total number, and then you guys can decide what you want to do with that.
All right. Appreciate your time. Thank you. If you have no further business, if you'd like to leave, you're more than welcome to come a long way. Appreciate you.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Be safe. Have a safe travel home. Associates. We received a payment on 9/8/2025.
Yep, that's all done now.
Yeah, it's done.
Matter with that guy's settled. Case is over. He paid us.
Good. Thank you, Lori. Good work. Alright, we're moving forward. Anybody got questions about that? It's been dragging on a while too. Glad he's out of our lives. Update rate increase. Still waiting for Cronin Associates to get back to the clerk on what our, let's say, preemptive, I guess would be, potential rate increase is gonna be.
Yeah,
I have no idea what it's gonna be, but I'm pretty certain it's not gonna be the print.
Nothing else happens,
Put on both wastewater and water.
It'll be a total increase, won't it?
I don't
It'll
know.
be assessed.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would say it'd be a good idea to go both now.
Yeah, it will.
You haven't raised your sewage rates since 22, whenever you're doing the.
To apply.
To apply for this sewage project, so it's past due time, I would say.
Should be every 3 to 4, or 2 to 4, 2 to 3, something
I
like
mean,
that.
I would say every year,
Every
probably about
year.
3. You could do
3 to 5%.
3 to 5% every year, and that way it's not such a great big bite, you know. When you don't, if you wait 5 years or more, then you might get hit with it.
50, 75%.
I remember when we did Red Keys, they had raised theirs and. it was
75,
75,
yeah.
you know. It was bad in Red Key, because they had raised their rate, was that 12?
28 years.
Yeah, it was like 28
The first
years.
time when we started our project.
Yeah. It was bad.
Alright. New business, old business. So last time I confused everybody, I went through it too quickly and messed them all together, so. Old business. Randy?
We sent out a letter for residents to repair their I&I issues. We're still waiting on Tom to get his in.
I just got it today.
Oh, dear.
I did. I just got it today. Pretty happy about it. That's a warm fuzzy feeling in my belly.
We're supposed to be completed by September 30th.
Yep. We'll fill it with concrete. That works out.
We mailed those letters like,
August.
yeah, it's been a while.
I don't know if we got one. I mean, it wouldn't be surprising. My mail usually winds up at the neighbors, one of my neighbors' houses. Yeah.
What if I can use that for my bills?
No, you still gotta pay them, but it happens.
Yeah.
I'll talk to her.
All the time. My
So
neighbor's like,
the-
hey, this is yours. This is like 3 weeks old. Yeah, I ain't seen you.
So the question would be, those who do respond, those who don't respond.
Well, by law, we're required to take care of it on our property, so I don't know how it goes forward from there. Probably should already have been an ordinance for that, which there probably is not, that I'm aware of. I mean, don't know that anyone's ever had any issues. I mean, we'll have to correct that here soon as well, so number 2025-7 will be what happens when you don't fix your stuff. We'll be prepared for that. Everyone keep your eyes open.
Because I'll have to answer that in the compliance plan. It'll be October 8th.
So,
To do that.
It's probably, let's check the sewage ordinance first and see if there isn't already something in there. Did we do this in Red Key too, Randy?
Yeah, I'm trying to think in the ordinance here, I think it just says something about no illegal, anything going out of drains.
You can't dump
No
illegal- you
drains,
can't tie
no
something about
sump
illegal
pumps,
connection.
all that, kind of illegal, yeah.
Illegal connections?
Yeah, but we're letting water in, so I don't know, I have to look at that west over here.
You might check, and if we don't have anything, then we probably better pass something. They did.
quickly. We won't have another meeting until after it's already to be
I
brought.
mean, I think you probably for your plan, you just need to say, here's how we're gonna address
Right.
it, right?
Right.
Or you can say we had 8 out respondees and
Yeah.
we're working on the others. I mean,
And
that's what we're gonna have to do.
You're passing an ordinance and work, yeah.
We can do that after.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
can say, is the plan is, those who do not respond,
Yeah.
we'll develop an ordinance to correct the situation. We're working with those who have come forward and been in contact with us to move forward. Those that have not,
When I get
council.
something, does that mean I don't have anything for you?
Yeah, if you didn't get a letter, you weren't when they smoke
Does
tested
not mean
last.
that. You might wanna ask Tony, you might have one up in the system you've never received.
There was 22, I think, what, Tony, or 23?
23, I think.
23 that was sent out.
So,
And several of them had been fixed. I know Gerald had one, I gotta get down there and look at his, but he's already fixed it, or had been fixed, right? Several years ago.
Cut me, sir?
I know,
My,
I know, you did.
my question is do we have what it takes to supply Randy with the ability to, we found that with the smoke test, should we confirm it with the smoke?
I gotta go down and confirm, take a picture, and they gotta show me that it was fixed, or,
But I mean, some of those repairs
Underground.
will be underground and
I know,
covered
I know.
up, and, I mean, I just was saying, if you, to appease IDEM on that stuff,
let's see
I
what
didn't
we
know.
got written first, but yeah, I agree. I mean, we're gonna have to verify anyways. Once we assume everyone has complied, we'll probably have to test again, won't we? Is that?
I mean, cause you're gonna run into a situation where a guy's gonna go out there and dig up a little bit right there, and put it up and say, hey, I fixed
You
it.
don't know I'm gonna do that.
You know, and then, you know. you're
Yeah,
not
I
curing it.
agree. Well, I mean, but that'll be the latter part of it. First is to get people to respond and comply, and then check to see if they did comply, and if they did not comply, then by then we'll have a plan in place.
some of them are just broken lids, which is easy to check,
I
some of
know.
the laterals.
Did you say you're gonna
Smoke
purchase
purchase dirt
smoke
smoke.
equipment? But I never talked about it a long
Propane
time
tank,
ago.
like,
Yeah.
There's smoke, liquid smoke down there, so, but
Purchasing lids.
I don't know if they
All
do
you
or
do is-
not. I'm just
they put
asking.
lids in the
Blower.
manhole.
Okay.
They put
Uh,
the disc in the manhole, but,
Hunter? Kevin, you got anything else to add?
No, I think that's it.
Thanks for bringing it to my attention, pointing me out. Appreciate that. Huh?
I got nothing.
Derek?
I've got old business. I mean, it's as ancient business, but it's kind of,
It's probably past statute of limitations.
it's actually involving you when you were here years ago. But the thing is we're dealing with this situation with the top hat, but the same person, we entered into a verbal agreement, I'm sorry, the town council entered into a verbal agreement with them concerning the closure of College Street. My thing is I don't care what's going on down there. He's pretty well taken it all over, but to my knowledge, when you look at the GIS, that still belongs to Ridgeville. He never came and finished the process. Just kind of like this deal here with Top Hat. It's just, you know, he came into a meeting and said, hey, so my whole thing is I don't care, we can leave it like that, wash my hands of it. I just didn't know if there's any liability issues we should be concerned about, or just move on, or what. I just don't know. Now, I'm not worried about a car running down through there and hitting all of his equipment because he's got it parked over. I don't foresee anything like that ever happening, but I just wanted to throw it out there that that's some unfinished business that kind of is rearing its head again in a different situation, you know. So, but anyhow, just wanted to throw that out there, see if you guys even wanted to mess with it or move on.
I want to say something about the old grocery is really looking nice. up
Yes.
there, The way
Just so
they've
they're-
done the parking area and
Yep.
building the windows,
Mhm.
that's really an improvement.
Yeah, I think most of us appreciate the time and effort he's put into that. Basically,
Yeah. That's still a liability if it's shown in our name.
well, you have to check with the courthouse to make sure it's not been legally recorded because the GIS isn't updated on there, doesn't mean it hasn't been done, correct?
There should be an ordinance around here, I would have thought, if it was ever vacated, like, there should have been.
No, that was, if I remember correctly, he came into the meeting and it was all agreed that as long as he takes care of all the legal fees and everything
Yeah.
and brings it back to the
And he
meeting.
never came back. Yeah.
Before I
So-
You
was
see,
here,
he would have had to have had a petition filed with the council, notice publication, a public hearing. You all would have, or some council would have voted on it, and then the ordinance that approved that closure would have gotten recorded over there. And if that
Yeah.
never happened, then that's the process, is it requires a petitioner, someone to come before you as a council and
Yeah.
make that request.
So, this goes back even further. To when the garage was illegally built on I'm talking about, right? where Gary Davis built his garage, on the extension, the end of that, right?
Do I know?
We're at the same property where Davis built his garage, the same alley/road.
Oh, yes, yes, right,
So
it's a street.
illegally built that on there. I don't know how they ever recorded got that pushed through to where
Right.
they let it just slide. And then now Feller is kind of just took it over.
Yeah.
The other portion, one way or the other, can't remember right now, you know what I mean? And if it's not legally recorded, then it's not fixed. And I don't remember any, I know I remember it had something to do with a bunch of gravel being put down, then took it back up and all that kind of stuff and whatever it be, it was a big.
I don't remember
but-
that part of the discussion, but I just remember, you know, him being here on that and saying that, you know, and I remember you guys as a council then said the same thing.
Can you do the council a favor? Go just check on that street and anything they have recorded on it. Was it ever properly shut down to begin with? Did it
Okay.
ever get finished out when the garage was built?
All right, I'll double check on it.
Find out what's going on, what's there, what they have to offer us, and then we'll see what we're gonna do with it.
All right.
Because if it is Ridgeville right of way or property,
Like I say, according to the GIS, it still is, but we can double check.
that's not always correct.
No, right, they, sometimes they're a little behind on their updating,
Or
but
miss it.
7 years, I don't think.
Well, they sometimes miss it altogether and don't
Well,
enter
true.
it in. So, okay.
No. Good point.
If you would, just see what you can find out.
Yep.
Do some detective work on it and see what you come up with, find out where we're at, and then
We'll put a phone call in tomorrow.
I mean, we gotta get away from this. It's gotta be done legally, right? And just no more of,
Old business, I'm done.
I'll go over the American Legion a couple months ago asked us to mow back behind the bulldozer. I said we would do it if we could get a new bush hog. The old one we got works, but it's scary. I wouldn't want to step in front of it. They had recently donated us $2,000 for a new one. I say wait for a winter sale, maybe we can get one even cheaper. Because mowing season's about done anyway, but I just wanted to say thanks to the Legion for donating $2,000 to help
agree.
us out.
Yeah.
I agree. We'll have to develop a plan on getting it taken care of.
Right.
That's out of mine. Bill?
Oh, it's just, I apologize to those guys over there. I don't get down to see them very often, the way my work schedule is. Did we ever get the snowplow for the new truck?
Yeah, I went and got estimates, it's on there, it'll be under new business.
Okay.
New business.
All right, so that's a new business now. It was old business for a while.
Well, I hadn't got an estimate or nothing,
Okay,
so I just.
good deal. Because it's only September, but I know
Oh, no.
it'll be quick enough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Michigan's already had snow last week.
No, it'll be in new business.
Okay,
Uh,
good deal.
what's the?
That's all I got.
Remember?
Oh, yes. I was, gotcha. Yeah, we're gonna address that. Okay. Open up new business. Capital assets. John Peterson.
Well, I think it was the last meeting I talked to you guys about the guy, he used to be, work for State Board of Accounts, and now he's doing capital assets, and he was gonna, I think it was gonna be around like $8,000-9,000 for him to get us set up, taken care of, right where we need to be. You wanted me to check around? This is who Lynn uses, and Mike highly recommended him. He went over a bunch of stuff with me. He said to begin, it would roughly be $6,000 to get us squared away, everything the way it needs to be. And then he said, and if that does not work for you guys, he said, you let me know. He said, I can
Put
work
us
with
on the
you.
payment plan.
He said he could, if that's too much, he said, let him know. Well,
It's too much.
Yep.
He
Gotta
don't-
guess yourself, huh?
He opened that up too.
he said he will work with us. But after that, he said that it goes down. Like, he will.
Once he
He will make
makes the
like
library
update it for us
database
and
for it.
everything. Yeah, he'll, and I think Mike said if it's like $1,200 a year is what he pays out, like what they pay to keep this up to date. This is something that has to be done every year, and
Is that that guy from Lynn that talked to you
I'll,
about
I'll
that?
just be honest, all the years I've been involved with this, we've never had a proper one. Usually comes time, it has to be done, you sit
Gotta
down
have
and
one
you just,
now.
and you just throw, that's what I'm saying, we just throw it together and it's enough to pass through, but none of it's actually
Well, this
legitimately
is
correct. Now, it's
statewide.
different because it's electronically recorded,
Oh,
and they can double check everything that you're doing, where back then they just looked at it and said, yeah, all the boxes were checked, you're good, you qualify for your grant loan, whatever you wanna do. So I highly recommend that we proceed forward with it because it's another one of those things we can't run away from. And if we don't address it, we're gonna be pretty negligent in what we're doing.
this is something that State Board of Accounts, like, we're gonna be.
It's one of the
right up
50
on that.
50 things they wanna discuss with us on our next meeting.
Yeah. So,
When is it?
the 18th,
October?
or almost, at like 9 a.m. Did you get my email today?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll get it sent out.
Thanks, letter, coming to my letter. Signed it before.
Thanks, I'm gonna remind me. Okay, so, I make a motion that we have Tony proceed with contacting this guy and get one of the last legs of things that we need brought up to speed and date, recorded and done properly, because going forward, and you can add and amend it, you don't have to do a lot with it. I mean, right now, we don't know. We don't know. Randy probably has a better idea than we do from just being here for a year. Honestly, driving around every day. All in favor? Aye. Proceed. Furnaces service at the fire department. Mr. Doss, I'm sure you're behind it. What do you got?
We have to get somebody up there.
That's what you said.
They got humidifiers on, them filters this is what you're getting. I think it's what you're, some
It
of
looks
it,
like
Is
a-
that the
it
odor
looks-
that we're
some
getting?
of it, I believe.
I have the library today, and the librarian had to close the other day because she had a severe headache from the
Yeah.
odor that's in the building.
Yeah, it's, I went up and checked them, humidifiers were basically
Looks like a coral reef.
lined over and closed shut.
It's solid packed.
Yeah.
The filters, it's
Don't know
just-
if they'd ever been touched, so.
Well, it says they were
I
some years
poured-
ago.
I don't know, probably a good gallon and a half of water down each drain.
Yeah.
They was full,
Yeah.
so the P-traps were,
Doing their
wasn't
job.
dry.
They're doing their job.
They're not
I checked on them on
Yeah,
the dry.
so,
She said her husband thought it might be the HVAC.
but, yeah, so I'm thinking that's,
Either up there or
the
the
8
ductwork.
coils might be just totally,
Probably need to run some peroxide down them, some solution to.
but they need a
clean
complete
that
service
service.
on them.
They're not
8 coils
operating
are
properly,
bad.
the drains aren't working properly, so
Yeah,
it
I don't-
has potential to be backing up.
There could be mold or something in
Yeah. Peroxide will take care of all that if we, the solution to
the
get it.
drainage. They're nasty.
Anything else on the front, so who do we need to contact?
We'll just have to,
Open the yellow pages?
yeah.
You want us to
I
find?
don't know
you want
who-
Bill to find, your dad to find somebody, or you gonna find somebody?
D&D Plumbing in Portland does them.
There's a good suggestion. Anybody have an issue with that? D&D Plumbing in Portland, ready to reach out to them?
Yeah, I can. I got Dustin's number.
Just,
I mean, if you want more than one estimate, I can get you a couple guys that'll do them.
if it's
Yeah,
less
I mean,
than,
they've got-
let's just get somebody who wants to come and do it.
I'll call Dustin.
Sooner the better. I mean, you're gonna know what reasonable is not reasonable, so I mean, if you think it's out of line.
Everybody's about the same rate. Tony told me what the guy was charging to come over here, and they're just $10 less, so it's all about the same.
No, we were more about just getting somebody who,
Yeah.
Even
They
though
show
winter's
up.
coming on, they need to do the
Well-
8
Oh, the whole
coils.
furnace and everything needs to be
Yeah, 8
checked.
coil
well,
and
they
all.
need to be cleaned too, just for efficiency.
Okay. I'll call him in the
Winter's
morning.
as well, so. All right, our next line item is decorum in the clerk's office. So we've had several situations where people have decorum, who have come in and been rude, out of line, and it will not be tolerated. If you can't conduct yourself professionally and personally in our clerk's office, you will not be allowed in the clerk's office. you will not be given the opportunity to come in there and make your payment in person. You'll be required to pay it online because we'll have you trespassed from the property.
I know how to do that.
So, there's been a few situations, which I don't know if the rest of you have heard about, they're completely unacceptable, and it will not be tolerated. You get one warning, the second one's from him, and the third one's probably because you're already been trespassed. So, if you hear about it on the streets, those that have done it will know who they are. The rest of us probably don't care, but just so it's out there, so when it's asked what's going on, you will not come up there and treat these ladies or these
Good.
employees of the town of Ridgeville in that manner or that fashion. It will not be tolerated to any degree or any level. So with that being said, I don't think any more needs to be said unless you guys like to add something to it.
They're just doing their job.
That's exactly right. If they got a problem, I told her to have my phone number, they can call me and discuss how they don't like the fact they got charged for paying a late bill, or they had to turn their water back on, or anything else they want to do. It's not, they're doing a job.
No.
The council's the one you want to call. If
Right.
the council wants to take the time to talk to you about it, because we have meetings every month. So if it comes up in conversation, everyone knows where we stand on it, and just want to be tolerated.
Right.
So, thank you for that. And, new business. Randy.
First thing's the plow for the new truck. You should have two estimates there. One's for using the plow off the Dodge Ram flatbed, and then the other one's for a brand new plow.
I read it today up there. One is this.
And
this
when
is-
you're thinking about that, the Dodge, the salt truck, is history. I mean, I know Jeff's looked at it. The bed is gone. The cross members, it's ready to fall on the wheels, and so that truck's not going to be able to use for plowing or salting. Period. The transmission, some days it goes, some days it don't. So, kind of going to have that plow. My recommendation is take the plow off that and put on that Ford, the new truck.
I agree.
It's only about 2,500, or I forget, 3,000 maybe.
2,470.
How much?
2,470.
And the only additional charge above that, if it needs it, would be another controller. If that one doesn't, there's a wire short. He didn't know what the condition of that controller was. I think it's good. So, but it's $375 if not.
So
So,
we're still coming just
yeah.
shade
So,
over 25.
I don't think there'll be a problem, but he just wanted to throw that in there in case it was. So,
What's your feelings on not even doing salt, but do sand?
that's up to you guys. I mean, we do very little of it anyway. We just do intersections over here like most small towns.
Well, you know. what I
It's
said
going to
about
eat any truck up.
Yeah,
I
that's
it.
why I'm saying.
I don't know how you feel about it. or
Well,
the-
you
or
was
the
here,
people.
but nobody ever wished them trucks when it's done.
Yeah, I mean, salt is rough on anything,
Yeah,
you know,
so-
I mean, Tim said they didn't use the salt here, I don't know, I'm just, got here
Well,
and it was time to salt, but,
We did. Then they had buckets out there and a shovel. You could salt it yourself. Then there was all kinds of stuff. They would drive around a pickup truck and throw it out with a shovel and take
that's,
it with
you
their foot.
can't, you won't get away with that today.
That's when we moved.
Not that I wouldn't do that, but you just,
That's how, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, how it's done in the past.
I don't remember them salting until.
When they said they would, we made it on them, but they would actually did have.
there's no good way to mount the salt spreader on the new truck,
I don't think we
with
should
the tailgate and
do that.
stuff. I don't know if you could rig something up on the dump truck, I don't know, I mean,
I say sand if we do anything.
The only thing is with the sand,
sand goes down a lot of sewer problems, a lot of storm drains you plug up.
well, and there does need to be some sort of maintenance program for the catch basins anyway, but I agree with Randy that there's a lot of downfalls with the sand that, it's gonna freeze.
You need a sink,
But if
after the
we-
spring, you're gonna need a street sweeper.
Yeah, and
Well, it looks like Hunter's got a job for the summer.
In front of your motorcycle.
now there's the ability to get the sand fresh when you need it. I mean, just right out to the quarry, get your load and come in. I don't know, Randy, can the sand be spread just with that same salt spreader?
I think that spreader will do sand, it's just such small quantities.
Because then that's an option to just go out and
Just
get
want to
the
put
load.
the spreader on.
Well, I would, if we're gonna put on anything, I'd recommend on a dump truck.
I know, that's.
On the steel bed, you know what I mean, as opposed to just heating up the new truck, but I mean, I don't know if that's the right answer.
Yeah, you don't want it on the new truck.
No.
So, I mean.
The thing is, it mounts in a Reese hitch, and then you gotta have these braces attached, so you know, that's, you don't want that screwed into your truck, or, I mean, it's no easy mounting way. I mean, if you guys want, I can look at the dump truck and see if there's a way, but if not, you know.
Maybe some adapter plates built or something, we have somebody builds, I mean, to what to mount into, I don't know, I have to look
I
at
don't
it
know.
too, if you.
Ours was on a pickup truck too, just like
I
their
think
flatbed.
Store beet juice.
Huh? Beet juice, yeah, tanks in the back.
And I think that we table the idea.
Okay.
And we
Just
look
be
at-
thinking that we don't have that.
Let's all look into it, and you know, anything you guys have out there that you know or think of. No, me too.
Yeah. Brine, yeah, beet juice brine.
Yeah,
We're just not gonna have winter, that'd be easier, right?
I think we look into it the next few months and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, we don't wanna wait too long, but
Yeah.
I'll,
Don't
It's,
have too many months.
I do appreciate the fact when we can protect the intersections.
we don't
There's
do
a lot of young
do
drivers
drivers
around here, and kids gotta drive to school and things like that, and it's everyone that has to go out in and drive in it. I hate to see every time there's an accident, just because we didn't have the ability or time to put something down, you know what I mean, so. Definitely something we're gonna look into and hopefully come up with a decent enough answer by then.
Good. So you got the salt truck, you got the plows, you can look on there.
Well, I'd go with the.
That's up to you.
Yeah, try transfer
Yeah.
one to the other.
Do we have to motion that?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Let's make a motion that we accept the estimate and convert the old plow to the
New
new
truck.
truck.
Awesome.
With the money, and all in favor?
Okay. Heat down at the pole barn or shop. We had John Slocum work on it twice last year. You can't get parts for it. It's the old Radiant 2 heaters in the ceiling. The last month, it hardly worked. You had to beat on it with a broom handle to you try to get it to kick on. Sometimes it would run non-stop. It's blowing soot and ash in the shop. It's not vented outdoors, so you're getting all the fumes inside. So
Just like Terry.
the water softener and water heater for the lab is in the garage. All the water lines are in the garage. So we gotta have some type of heat. So, you know, if you want me to look for a radiant heater, some other type of hanging furnace, we gotta do something.
Well,
Those little hanging gas Modines or
Yeah.
Resners or whatever.
That's what I looked at last year at Menards when this heater went out the first time, and then Johnny came and he kind of rigged it with a transformer off some other part, and he got it to working.
What's your square footage that you have to have heated, you know?
I think it's, let's see, my truck's 22, I'd say 30 by 50 or 60. I've never measured it, but
so
I,
30-60.
Because my daughter just mounted one, she didn't have Centurera, just mounted one upstairs in her.
You mean
upstairs.
a mini split system?
Like what he just said. the
Just one of those little
gas-
hanging gas
hang on the
Resners.
wall and you go to the vents
so you're
outside.
talking 1,800 square feet probably, up to
Yeah.
2,000, let's say.
And it don't have to be kept at like 70 degrees or
Right.
nothing. But you do have a water softener and plumbing in there,
Yeah, so
so
it's gotta stay,
it's gotta, you gotta heat it.
you know, I usually set it at 50 is what we left it at, just for the plows were in there.
But one of those little ones really take care of that, I would think.
That's what I'm thinking.
And they're relatively inexpensive compared to everything else, and the maintenance on them is simple.
Wall mounted too, right?
I can get you one hanging from the ceiling, it's called
Okay.
like a hot dog. DAWG is one for garage heaters, I can look at those.
You're talking gas, right?
Yeah, it's natural gas is right over in that corner. So that's, you want me to look and come back, or?
Yeah, let's maybe find out what that would cost. Excuse me, the longevity of it.
I'll see what I can find for myself to do, and then, or Tim and I to do, and then I'll also, when D&D's here, I'll let them look at it and get a quote, what they think. They hung one in our full bar at Red Key.
I mean, what about just a standard updraft forced air gas?
You don't have no furnace places in there, really.
No,
There's no corner where you can't put a.
no.
Not really.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm telling you, everything is taken, Thomas.
Because in reality, what would be nice is to actually wall that off, or that's all, keep the heat there. But even at
I
that,
mean, every
it's-
corner,
you're
there
already-
isn't a corner available.
You're already spending things. I mean, it helped that they
There ain't
got
even
the
a wall
generator
available.
out there, but
Yeah, well,
There is no wall space.
Yeah, find us a solution.
Ceiling.
Bring us a solution. And
Okay, I just want to let you know that was the problem, so. And then we want to flush hydrants the week of September 22nd, which is not next week, the week after, through the 25th from 8 a.m. to 3. So while we're flushing, if you notice the discoloration, it's still safe to drink. Just watch your laundry. So, and it'll clear up, just let your water run for a few minutes, it'll clear up. So that's why you flush them, is to get all the iron and stuff moved, get flushed out of your system so you don't have it in your house. You may have to clean your aerators once we flush, you know, if we move anything, so. If you
speaking of the hydrants, Tim, I thought Tim told me that one of them by the water house doesn't work.
Yeah, it's a flushing hydrant, you don't know.
Oh, okay.
That's how you flush your wells.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that at first when we flushed them the first time I was here last October, but then I got to looking at plans and that's a flushing hydrant for your
Okay.
wells. So you open the valve, you turn your wells on, and it'll flush them there instead of going inside to your
Okay.
filters. So,
As long as you know.
yeah. Yeah, the one out front works, but it's the one back in the back.
Yeah, that's
but
the
it's
one you had the adapter on.
Yeah, that's, so,
Okay, Randy.
I think that's it, unless you guys got something.
Keep up the good work. Kevin.
Uh-oh. Dang, I thought I was long-winded tonight.
I'm done. No, I'm done. Psych.
I was waiting for a notepad to come out.
Yeah.
Huh?
What you got?
No. I'm yeah.
Must be dreaming.
The next time you happen to talk to Milholland, ask him if he's still interested in the generator.
Oh.
We would like to get that out there.
Yeah, 'cause we're going to clean it up a little bit, so. The roof is leaking worse over there also. It's in the bay. The back two bays where we park backhoe and stuff in the winter, it's leaking in the south bay.
You looked at it all, see what it is?
Up on the roof? No, I never got up there. I don't know. I've never been up there.
I don't
You
know
said
if
it's
I-
already to fall in? I don't
Yeah,
want to
I
climb on
was
the
gonna say, I
roof.
don't know if I'd want to be on it.
With the shop?
Look at the old fire station.
The old fire station.
Oh, up here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Section of plaster comes.
Yeah. Boy, that's gonna be an issue for me. I'll have to deal with soon.
And also, when you talk to Mill Hollander, I can call him, see if they've called about the water tower.
Yeah.
That lady was supposed to call him directly.
Oh,
I don't know if you've got a, now that you're gonna have a budget next year, hopefully. As long as at least two of you show up next month. We had that problem one time. We only had one councilman show up. That's why we didn't have a budget one year.
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't have a quorum, didn't have a meeting.
Yeah.
But Okra is doing the grant for tearing down buildings. Again, Dunkirk's getting ready to apply for one.
I've seen that.
And I know we can't do it this fall, right? But just keep that in mind.
For next year.
Next year, you get this one that you're closed out, and so that, you know, if you can talk to somebody that you've got a grant writer down here, or somebody that, Randolph County that can help you write an Okra grant, might, you know, I know it's a historical building and all that.
I don't know if we
Maybe
can buy
we
that.
can take the second floor off and just make it a one-story building.
No, that comes down to all comes down.
Because that's the thing, it's at the point now where if it falls down, you're,
Yeah.
It has to be
Assume liability.
oh yeah. I mean, Dunkirk had one fall down a couple years ago, and kind of in the middle of the night on a Friday, thank God.
Yeah.
And it just so happened, you know, that there wasn't anybody out there, but it was right along Main Street, 167, so it was a mess. And we got, you know, they had to, it cost them over $100,000 just to clean it up, haul it away, right? And it was along the state highway, so you had NDOT involved, and they came in and weren't happy because they moved some stuff before they blessed it, and it's like, well, do you want to have your highway blocked off for 3 or 4 days, or do you? So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there, not to prolong your meeting any longer. but-
What if, that's fine, what if, somebody were to buy it? How could we ever sell it if we wanted to?
As is.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I would make sure whoever you sell it to, though, has got a solid plan. Like, I don't think you want to sell it to another collector.
No,
You know,
no,
just
no.
add it to their collection of buildings, because we got plenty of those in every town, right? Who just buys up the old buildings.
Just
and
to have
just to
property.
sit there, because they're gonna do something with it someday. But if somebody came to you with a solid
Plan,
plan,
timeline.
timeline, like, we're gonna do this, and here's how much money we
We'll
approve
be
to
back
you.
and we research and make sure they have
Right,
the funding available.
yeah,
to do
you've
it.
got, they've got the
It's really
money, and
gonna
they've
happen.
got a solid, plan, and
We would have to actually, contractors use it like that, we'd have to set up a system where they would have to come in and
Oh,
show
absolutely.
financial responsibility and follow a guideline and be able to spend that and do that. In order to
Absolutely.
take it on, 'cause it's more of a commercial project than just a guy who wants to buy another building.
Alright, it would only be somebody who had a legitimate plan and resources to.
I mean, they need to
stay
take
with
care
it.
of working roof and take care of broken windows.
Who's the clerk over Winchester? Here is,
Yeah, I can't.
They could get, I'm terrible.
They could.
Oh, I know, I'm just saying,
Um,
someone bought it.
that she's part of the historical society, and I was also told maybe we could contact her to see about maybe a grant to restore the building.
Even small schoolhouses and stuff, you know, you're looking, they told us at the time, it would be $1 million plus project, and that's been 15, 18 years ago. They refused to entertain the idea of tearing, it was 18 years ago, what, roof wasn't falling in, the roof falling off, walls have changed, lead walls have changed, I mean, that thing's hot. You know,
Probably full of asbestos.
oh, it's the whole 9 yards, so. All right, there's no other business to bring before the board. Tony Loper has, well, thanks for throwing that on me. Oh, Tony would like to have her water bill adjusted because she filled up her basement and crawl space with water for 3
You
days.
did that for her.
It's fine.
She wanted
You're
her
making a
own pool.
Yeah,
She wanted her own
Yeah, she wanted her own pond.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Has anybody seen if you fixed the problem yet?
Yes.
Andy's double checked it.
I checked it, it was a leak, and I checked it, it was fixed.
Questions been made for water bill adjustments,
That's how
council
it's
will
supposed to be.
review it,
Yes.
and then if we agree upon it, we'll vote and
Look
we'll.
at Jeff, Jeff said
Yeah.
I can't look at it.
He has to recuse himself.
She was all minute.
It was done correctly, I don't have to.
Alright, well, I make a motion, we accept the request for adjustment. All in favor? Aye. That's how it's supposed to be done.
Paperwork.
Yep, file on file, they come back and ask why. Otherwise, that's where it is. No other, next meeting will be, Tony?
I do need you guys to sign those.
I'm
I'm trying, I'm just,
October.
here in front.
October 14th.
Anywhere?
It's more under the, okay.
I didn't keep an eye on the road. Is he doing it again? Lawnmowers now are doing about 40. Both stop signs. On the lawnmower.
Is it the one I saw with no deck on it?
Yes. A kid pushed it down there and he put like.
Next meeting will be October 14th, same time, same
Not a
place,
lawnmower
6
anymore.
PM.
I'm going on vacation.
I need a motion to adjourn.
I think I knew
I
right
need
where
a
that's
second
at.
for a
too.
motion to adjourn. All in favor? Aye.
My wife only texted, I'm
And then
going
that skin a little bit like you got there.
She called that last one. I'm
I need to
going a different direction, I'm telling you. Oh, shit, that's what they crouching.
Who's got the red star?
Susie, no.